Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Dan and Alice here with Plant-Based Eats, and we're out in our backyard food forest today. We're going to pull a harvest of some artichokes and share with you a real quick and easy way that you can cook up the artichoke. Now, a lot of folks aren't aware, but artichokes are one of the most antioxidant rich foods that you can consume. So especially with everything that's going on right now, boosting your immunity is a really good idea. So the artichoke plant, as you can see, is quite beautiful, and we have a lot of uses for this plant in our garden, including using the leaves as a chop and drop. These globes here, when they open up, and this is the globe variety of artichoke, produce a beautiful purple lavender flower that attracts beneficial insects like bees, butterflies. But if you want to harvest the globe for edible consumption, what you're looking for is for these petals to start separating from the plant just like this. This is perfect. If you're looking to harvest like this, it's still a little bit too tight, and if it opens up any more than this, then it can be going a little bit too far. So you want to target your harvest if you're harvesting these fresh, just like this. Now, this plant is really easy to grow, but if you're not growing it, you'll probably find some of these artichokes in the store, so you can still follow along the video and see how we prepare these and cook them up. So Alice is going to pull a harvest here real quick. Now, when you're growing these artichokes, the largest choke is always going to be the one growing off the center stalk, and these little side stalks here that are growing on the plant are going to grow smaller artichokes, still edible, but a lot of times what we like to do is harvest just the large one in the center and leave these smaller ones to go to flower. Over here we got another little patch of artichokes, and we already pulled, or I pulled a harvest of some chokes from this patch just the other day, and we ate those already. Quite tasty. That's perfect. Big.
So I think this is good for tonight, just you and me. I want nice music.
So the wife and I went outside to our garden and harvested some artichokes. And I'm getting ready to prepare those now in the Plant-Based Eats kitchen. So the first thing I'm going to do is add some water to my pot here. Now, I'm going to be steaming these artichokes, but it's kind of going to be a half boil actually, because I'm going to put a little bit of extra water in there, and I'm not using a steamer basket or any sort of a tray at the bottom of my pot. Now, quick disclaimer here is that I'm not going to be preparing these artichokes like most folks are doing it. I'm doing it the easy way. Some might say the lazy way. So I'm familiar with all the different techniques as far as going around, clipping off the tips of each leaf, cutting off the top of the artichoke, skinning back the stem. But the difference here is that I grew these in my own yard. I'm not as concerned with the impurities, with the handling process, with any chemicals being on the plant. So I find those steps to be less relevant. With that being said, maybe you're preparing this dish for friends and family. You want to make a great presentation. You might not want to follow this recipe. I'm just letting you know that this is a quick and easy style. This is the way I do it. I'm not a professional chef, but it works great and it tastes great. So while my water's on the stovetop on high, going to a boil, I'm just going to do a quick rinse, just making sure to flush out all the dirt and debris that may be in the little armpit of these leaves. So just quickly, I'm just pulling back the leaf and rinsing it out. Quick inspection, nice and clean. All right, looking good. So now, without doing anything more to the artichoke, I'm just going to place them facing down like this. Then I'm going to squeeze a bit of lemon in here. This is mainly just to help stop the oxidation from turning the plants looking brown, keep them looking green. And that's the same reason you'd see folks smear lemon all over the artichoke if they do cut the leaves or cut the top. And now just add a little bit of salt here. Throw on a lid. And that's all there is to it. We're going to keep this on high. And we're going to steam this between 20 and 30 minutes. It varies depending on the size of your artichokes. You can check for doneness by sticking a fork right into the middle. Usually I don't need to do that. I can just tell just by looking at it whether or not it's fully cooked or not. So preparing and cooking the artichoke couldn't get any easier in the Plant-Based Eats kitchen. Now the only thing I need to do over the course of the cooking time is to make sure and check the water level. If the water gets too low or is almost completely gone, I'll add some more water in, and that's usually what ends up happening. So I've got some water right here ready to go. So I'll just check back every 10 minutes or so. And when it comes time to add the water, I'll show you that, so stay tuned. All right guys, we're back. It's been 30 minutes now. So we're going to turn this off. It looks like I put just about the perfect amount of water in this time. I didn't need to add anything. You can see we've still got a nice little level of water in the pan. And the way I like to test this, and yes, it's hot, but I'll just pull back one of the leaves here, and if it just basically falls off like that, we're good to go. So in no time at all, and with very little prep work, as you see, these artichokes are ready to serve just as they are. They make a terrific dish on their own, loaded with antioxidants and other nutrients, or you can have them as part of a side dish. But I'm just going to pull one of these artichokes out, and just look at that perfect, beautiful artichoke. Now as far as enjoying your artichokes, well, you can make a dipping sauce. Some people like to use an aioli or a plant-based mayo, butter and salt even. For myself, I actually love to eat these just as they are. If you've never had one, here's how you enjoy them. You rip off these leaves, and then it's this bottom part of the leaf here, which is the meat. And you're just going to scrape that off with your teeth. Move on to the next one. So it's just a little snack, and you keep going. I really like these. For me, there's a bit of nostalgia with the artichoke as well. It reminds me of when I was a kid. It was one of the, well, I guess I liked most vegetables when I was a kid, but the artichoke, for some reason, I've got a fond memory of it. Probably because as a kid, it's fun to eat food this way. So I'm going to continue to enjoy my artichoke, and when I get to the middle where the choke and the heart is, I'll turn the camera back on and show you how I go about consuming that portion. Now for the really fun part, we're going to get to the artichoke heart. We're just going to cut this in half. Now this fibrous, floury material is known as the choke. If you eat that, you're probably going to choke a bit. So we're going to scoop out that fibery, almost like a hair. Just like that, and it doesn't matter if there's a couple strands left over. Now, if you've never enjoyed a fresh, homegrown, organic artichoke heart, you're in for a treat. They're very good from the store as well, but you can't beat homegrown. So good. So as you can see, I just kind of pulled the stem off. And these are the remains of the choke. Be sure to compost these. Throw them in your worm bin even. And I'll just pull the rest of these out of the pan as well. And is that not beautiful of a presentation on its own? So I'm not going to kid you, I'm a good eater, and I will usually polish off a few of these, this whole plate no problem, and be very satisfied with that as a meal. But like I said, makes a great side dish as well. and you can feed your whole family with just a few of these. So if you're not already and you have space, try growing some artichokes. And if you're unable to grow them, try to purchase some organic artichokes from the store. They're easy to prepare, and they're just absolutely delightful to enjoy. They're a seasonal crop, so get them while you can. And like I said, high in antioxidants, really important these days that we keep our immune system fully functioning. High in other vitamins and nutrients and fiber. It even has a decent amount of protein, so try the artichoke. So challenge yourself. Eat some more plant-based foods today. See what you've been missing, and go ahead and try the artichoke if you haven't already. So with that, I want to thank you all for watching. This has been another episode from Dan from Plant Based Eats. I appreciate you being here. Until next time, take care. We'll be talking to you again soon.